Donald Trump just got nightmare news in a new generic midterm poll, basically the worst midterm poll ever for Republicans, according to state regime media known as Fox. Buried in this article from Fox, you see in the generic polling, Democrats are pulling ahead, and state regime media, they thought they could just bury it in their article, but they couldn't hide their data. A new Fox News poll gives an early look at the 2026 midterms, and you've got to read to like the 5th or 6th paragraph, and here's what it says. The survey shows that if the election were held today in the midterms, 52% of voters would back the Democratic candidate in their House district, and 46% would back a Republican. That's a 6-point edge, which is right at the poll's margin of sampling error. Tell me more, state regime media. The current 52% Democratic support is the highest recorded for either party ever. The previous high was 50% for the Democrats in October 2017. Yeah, you may want to lead with that, state regime media, but I guess that's why you're state regime media. Also, a new Pew poll that came out yesterday has Donald Trump's approval at 37%. 61% of Americans disapprove, the worst in presidential history, essentially. Only 26% support for Donald Trump among the Hispanic community. Only 30% support from adults ages 18 to 29, two groups that purportedly powered his win in 2024. And only 56% of Republicans support all or most of his policies, down from 67% last February. Also, a new YouGov poll says the following. How would you describe the political viewpoint of Donald Trump? 50% say far right, 20% say right, center right 7%, and center 3%. I don't know who the hell says left, but the majority of people view Donald Trump as a far right extremist or very right wing. Now the numbers get even worse from there. If you zoom in on the map of the United States right now, you see all of that red right there. Those aren't red states. The red means negative. Donald Trump has a net negative approval in basically every single state in the United States at this point. And again, you look at Texas, he's net negative 17.2. You look at Ohio, he's net negative 9.2%. Iowa, negative 8.7%. Florida, negative 7.5%. South Carolina, negative 7.3%. Heck, in Mississippi, he's negative 6.9%. Zoom in more. In Arizona, Donald Trump's net negative 16.9%. He's getting wiped out in Arizona. So what is state regime media doing to try to further cover up for Donald Trump? Here's how they